North Little Rock Mayor Terry Hartwick now under investigation by state police after allegations were brought against him this evening. The complaint filed for a, quote, interaction at a public event.
His office says they are cooperating with authorities but have not yet released any additional details about the event, including the names of those involved.
THV 11 investigates. Tanya Motorzitsky has been digging for the details and brings us up to speed where things stand.
It was a moment caught in the middle of a public event, but that moment in question is now under investigation by Arkansas State Police. North Little Rock Mayor Terry Hartwick is in the spotlight, but not for his work during the past Monday City Council meeting, but for a complaint made against him. What that claim is in reference to, or even the event in question, the city's communication director won't say. But a statement released this morning from the mayor's office assures the public Mayor Hartwick is fully cooperating with authorities. It goes on to say, out of respect for the process and the involved individuals, the city cannot provide additional information at this time. The investigation has been handed over to Arkansas State Police, who confirmed the investigation and said in a text, the case has been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit. THV 11 put in an open records request to get that report and was still denied. The North Little Rock Police Department also vague in their response due to an ongoing investigation. NLRPD says because this incident involves the mayor of North Little Rock and to ensure a completely independent investigation, the North Little Rock Police Department has requested the Arkansas State Police to conduct the investigation into this incident. What we do know about Hartwick is he was a furniture salesman who became mayor in January of 2021, but this was not his first term. He was mayor back in the 80s. From 2001 to 2015, he was president and CEO of North Little Rock Chamber of Commerce. And under his leadership, the chamber grew to be the third largest in the state. In 2016, Hartwick became director of the city's Parks and Recreation. For THV 11 News, I'm Tanya Motorzitsky.
All right, Tanya, thank you. THV 11 has learned that Mayor Hartwick does not plan to step down or go on leave of absence. We've also requested more documentation pertaining to this complaint from the city and investigators. And as this situation develops, make sure to stay with us both on THV11.com and back here tonight at 10.
Meanwhile, Aaron Spencer's campaign for Lonoke County Sheriff is now officially underway. Spencer hosting the event at Rolling Hills Country Club in Cabot this evening. However, in just over a month, he will stand trial for second-degree murder and, if convicted, would be removed from the race. He is accusing of shooting and killing a man who allegedly sexually abused his daughter and says he is looking for safety, transparency, and accountability in the community. He's looking to unseat current Lonoke County Sheriff John Staley.
Is Arkansas lagging behind other states when it comes to handling child abuse? Some lawmakers seem to think so. And new here at 6, THV 11's Carter Thweed tells us what they're doing about it and the story that inspired them to take action.
I had to let them, in essence, violate my daughter to prove she had not been violated.
That's the story Kim Tafoya of Cabot shared with lawmakers Wednesday. It started this summer when she took her 5-year-old daughter to Arkansas Children's because she had warts, leading a doctor to suspect abuse or assault.
No, they were adamant something had happened to our daughter to cause the warts to spread on her body.
Tafoya says that while nurses and Cabot PD didn't think anything had happened, her daughter was still forced to undergo an SA exam. She told lawmakers that Arkansas Children's required the exam of her daughter's private parts, which was done at a third-party clinic in Searcy, to be videotaped. In a statement, Arkansas Children's tells us they did not require any such video be taken.
Do you know where that video, where it is today?
No, I do not know where that video was at. I don't know if it was destroyed, if it's in her file. I don't know.
Lawmakers expressed their condolences and anger.
When you've got enough people saying, hey, we don't think we need to do this, we don't think we need to do this, we don't think we need to do this, then somebody needs to hold up and stop and make sure before you make a child go through something like that at 5 years old.
Representative Mary Bentley invited the Tafoyas to speak. She mentioned another case from October that drew outrage when an abused boy was discovered in Mountain Home after more than 20 reports of the abuse.
Somehow the system is broken. We can expect perfection every time, but we've got to do better.
Wednesday, the committee agreed, approving Bentley's proposal to form a work group to study these issues in detail and potentially propose new laws to fix them. The decision gives Tafoya hope.
My daughter's already been through it. There's nothing I can do to protect her now, but we can try to protect another family and another child.
At the Capitol, Carter Thweet, THV 11 News.
All right, Carter, thank you. Representative Bentley says she'll talk to other lawmakers to see who might want to be a part of this work group and what they can propose for the next legislative session. As for Arkansas Children's, their statement goes on to say that they not only did they not require any video be taken of any such exam, but they followed all protocols as mandated reporters throughout the process. Arkansas lawmakers are also starting the process to appeal a federal ruling blocking new voter canvassing laws. This comes after a federal judge blocked multiple newly passed initiatives, saying they violated both the national and state constitutions. Secretary of State Cole Jester filed the appeal with Attorney General Tim Griffin, requesting to pause the preliminary injunction. Critics say this could make things difficult for people to use direct democracy. Some block laws include ballot initiatives being written at an 8th grade reading level, along with rules mandating for photo ID.
State Highway Police have taken at least 8 commercial truck drivers off the road this week for failure to speak and understand English. It's part of a crackdown at the newly reopened truck inspection area on I-30 in Saline County. Earlier this year, officers resumed pulling truck drivers off the road and citing them if they failed to prove they understood English during the stop. And that's being used as a way to find more drivers suspected of being in the country illegally.
Immigration took possession of some commercial drivers yesterday, but I don't know if it was any of those 8. There were some immigration violations yesterday. Homeland Security did work with us yesterday.
Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton filed a bill last month that would require all CDL testing be done in English and allow the federal government to suspend a state's authority to issue licenses if they don't.
Well, tonight we bring you the latest in the trial of Desmond Nicala, the man accused of killing Pulaski County Special School District Officer Victor Montgomery.
Back in August 2023, Officer Montgomery was hit while directing traffic on the first day of school at Joe T. Robinson Elementary. THV 11's Maya Ellison has been in the courtroom following the proceedings and has the latest.
Well, this is day 2 of Mr. Nicala's trial, who faces 1 count of manslaughter after prosecutors accused him of fatally hitting Officer Victor Montgomery, who was directing traffic and children outside of Joe T. Robinson Elementary. This was back in August of 2023. Today, we got a chance to hear from the doctor who analyzed Officer Montgomery after the incident. And out of respect for his family and his loved ones, I really don't want to go into detail as to what we saw on the screen, but I will say that the doctor explained that the cause of death was due to multiple injuries. We also got a chance to hear from Mr. Nicala's co-worker, who explained that he seemed to be very tired. Now, Mr. Nicala, as well as his wife, took the witness stand today, and Mr. Nicala explained that he was very alert at work after working an overtime, a 16-hour shift. It wasn't until he was driving home, and like he said, he was alert behind the wheel, but when he hit Joe T. Robinson High School is where he said he blacked out. He told officers that he was tired from working that shift, but inside the courtroom, he explained that he was alert. The state pointed out those inconsistencies, while the defense pointed to a sleep apnea diagnosis that he received almost a year after the incident occurred. And again, we'll be back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We'll hear final closing arguments as well as deliberation. And I spoke with the family before I walked into trial, and they just explained that, look, we just want closure. This has been going on for quite some time. Mr. Montgomery's wife, they're celebrating an anniversary this year, birthdays, as well as Christmas. And she says that this is a hard time. So we'll continue to keep you all updated. Back to you all.
Maya, thank you. The McIntosh Mock Cemetery, a symbol of the Little Rock community, was recently targeted in an act of vandalism. It has been an important symbol of the city since it first started by Robert McIntosh back in 1962.
It's best known for the white crosses placed in the ground and represents each person that died in a homicide. It also serves as a reminder on the impact violence can contribute. McIntosh's widow says she has a special message for the person responsible.
Whoever did this, if you're asking for attention, you got it, come and help us. Come be a part of us. And nothing is held negatively towards you, but most important, we want the community to know, or whoever did this or have a thought, we're not accepting vandalism and we won't tolerate it.
The memorial is planning to be restored before the start of next year. This coming just in time for their balloon release and prayer vigil.
Well, after highs topped out today in the 60s, our numbers are dropping off tonight. If you're going out and about, 40s and 50s. Little Rock currently at 50 degrees. And speaking of things to do tonight, Glow Wild over at the Little Rock Zoo. Underway, take a pretty sizable jacket or sweater with you if you're heading to the zoo tonight. We've got a big cool down to talk about when we come back after a break.